Here we go again. We're singing Elijah, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I like it. Anybody sing in the front?
Star.
Doors are closed.
Good morning. Welcome to the UU Church of the South Hills, otherwise known as Sunnyhill. We are delighted that you could join us for this service. Our mission here at Sunnyhill is to create a more just and compassionate community within and beyond our walls. My name is Roxy Mountjoy, and I serve as a worship associate for this congregation. If you are a newcomer or a visitor to our congregation, please go to sunnyhill.org and click on the button that says New to Sunnyhill to receive more information about our congregation and to receive our weekly email newsletter. If you're joining us online today, please say hello or good morning in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. We'd like to hear from you and extend you a welcome as well. We welcome children of all ages to the service. For quiet play, we have a children's area here in the sanctuary. For louder activities, we have a nursery just outside the corner entrance to the sanctuary. We also have a comfort room accessible through the back hallway from which you can hear and see the service. A gentle reminder to everyone, please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices so that we all may enjoy the service uninterrupted by buzzing and ringing. Today's sermon is titled Beloved Community. MLK popularized philosopher Josiah Royce's concept of beloved community as a global vision in which all people can share in the wealth of the earth. How might this vision inform the work that is before us here and now? Our opening words were written by Joe Von Roo and Lynette Lowe. Welcome to this space, this sanctuary of peace where we come to not only create our best selves, but also to do the work of creating a beloved community. We come together today as individuals, much like individual pieces of glass or pottery that are different shapes, sizes, and colors, all of which are broken with imperfect, jagged edges, but always beautiful. While our pieces may not fit neatly together, it is within this sanctuary, guided by our principles, that we gather together to create a beautiful mosaic. May the brokenness and beauty you find in one another create peace in this space and fill our hearts with love as we create worship together. Please join me in saying the words to light our chalice. We kindle our chalice to illuminate the beautiful and imperfect mosaic of the emerging beloved community.
Good morning. Please rise and body your spirit to join in singing our opening hymn, I've Got Peace Like a River.
Like a river, I've got peace like pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got tears like raindrops. I've got tears like raindrops. I've got tears like raindrops in my soul. I've got tears like raindrops. I've got tears like raindrops. I've got tears like raindrops in my soul. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain in my soul. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain in my soul.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning, friends. It is now our time for all ages. If there are any kiddos present that want to come up, now is your chance. Good morning, everyone. It sure is cold outside this morning, isn't it? But it's nice and cozy and warm in here. One of my favorite things about Sunnyhill is all of the big windows the architects added when they designed this new space. In the fall, we get to watch the squirrels eating pumpkins. In the winter, like now, it can feel like we're in a big snow globe, watching the snowflakes swirl all around us. In the spring, we can see the earth come back to life as green returns to the trees. In the summer, the gardens seem to just explode with life. Out front of Sunnyhill is our prairie garden, a native garden where we get to witness a whole ecosystem of creatures and life forms coexisting together. There are coneflowers that grow tall, providing shade to creatures on the ground, sweet nectar to bees in the air, and nourishing seeds for birds. Ground insects, bunnies, and other land-bound friends enrich the soil with what they leave behind and help disperse seeds. As they dig, they aerate the soil. Bees pollinate the plants so they can reproduce and spread. Birds help with all that too, and they also help keep the ecosystem balanced by controlling pests. The health of each part of this ecosystem is completely bound up with the others. They need one another to survive. Our prairie garden works like a beloved community. A beloved community is a place where everyone feels safe, respected, and cared for, where differences are celebrated and whole selves are valued. In a beloved community, everyone has a place where they belong and can thrive, just like the prairie garden right outside. So, how can Sunnyhill be more like our prairie garden? How can we help grow Sunnyhill into a flourishing, beloved community? I think we already know that answer because I talk about it all the time. Love. Now, the garden outside doesn't have to think about love in order to coexist. It simply does what it was created to do. But we're humans, and creating a beloved community takes intention. It takes practice. It takes choosing love again and again. A beloved community isn't a place where everyone gets along perfectly or feels cheerful all the time. Just like in our garden, there are stormy days. There are challenges, but a beloved community stays rooted. It works through those challenges together with deep listening, patience, and tenderness. And when we do that, we grow something beautiful. And with that, we will head to our RE classes. Let's sing the kiddos out.
As you go, may joy surround you. As you go, go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go, as you go, may joy surround you. As you
Good morning. My name is Terry Alvarez, and I'm a member of the Pastoral Care Team, whose mission it is to reach out to members of our congregation who are going through challenging life events, whatever they may be, offering the loving presence that binds our spiritual community together. We will sit with you when you're in need of a listening ear, one that listens without advice or judgment and reminds you that you are not alone. If you find yourself in need, please reach out to a member of the Pastoral Care Team, and if you have any questions, contact Reverend Jim or a member of the team. We are all aware that these are extremely difficult times that we are facing, and we as a team would like to reach as many people as we can. We ask that you help us understand what might be helpful to you personally during these challenging times by submitting your ideas for activities or events that we could offer here. Think yoga, in-person meditation, discussion groups, and beyond. Please, if you have any ideas, fill out a green form, especially for that purpose, in our foyer near the forms for joys and sorrows. And of course, joys and sorrows can always be submitted on Sunnyhill's website or by completing a form in the foyer. After each joy or sorrow that I read, please respond by saying, "We hold you in our hearts." I have a sorrow from Reverend Jim. Dave Giusti, husband of Sunnyhill member Ginny, died this week at the age of 86. Dave was a member of the legendary Pittsburgh Pirate teams of the 1970s, leaves behind an enduring legacy in Pittsburgh and beyond. A memorial service will be held at a future date to be determined. To Ginny and her family, we hold you in our hearts. I have a joy and a sorrow from Will Page. My joy is I always look forward to this Sunday and seeing how we honor Dr. King. His vision still lifts me, the way he saw civil rights as the first rung of a ladder towards dignity, justice, and shared possibility. And he never doubted that nonviolence, rooted in an educated and beloved community, could carry us there. My sorrow is the ache of knowing his life was cut short just as he was turning us toward the deeper work of ending poverty and building peace, and that we never got to see the leader he was still becoming. To Will and to the legacy of Dr. King, we hold you in our hearts. I have a sorrow from Susan Bailey. Al Perkins died suddenly of a heart attack when visiting from Florida. To Al, Susan, we hold you in our hearts. I have a sorrow from Reverend Jim. UU minister Meg Barnhouse died this week after a prolonged struggle with cancer. Meg was well known and well loved in UU circles. She traveled nationwide as a speaker, preacher, and singer-songwriter. Meg's humor and compassion will be greatly missed. To Meg's family and friends, we hold you in our hearts. As we listen to our musical meditation, we invite anyone who feels moved to do so to come forward, light a candle, place it in the sand, and return to your seats.
Please join me in the spirit of meditation or prayer. How we yearn for a nobler world than what we know today. How we yearn for greater understanding. How we yearn to live for each other in a new community of love and justice. How we yearn to build all these things for a better and brighter tomorrow. And yet, we face the darkest times many of us have ever seen, times that call out for grieving and lamenting what is lost, times that call out for committed action more than honeyed words, times that terrify us and challenge us to face reality no matter how grim. Our task is to hold both our aspirations and our fears together, not in despair or in denial, but in the knowledge that hope will return, the knowledge that hope always returns, even when we cannot imagine it. Let us take a moment of silence in this place of love and justice and hope to hold in each other's presence our most profound aspirations, as well as our deepest apprehensions and fears. Together, may we create the beloved community in which all people are valued and are free. May we seize this moment and recognize it as an opportunity to act for the good of all, despite the fear and hatred around us. And may we remember that even the tiniest flickering flame can illuminate a vast darkness surrounding it. Amen. Over the past 10 years or so, I found myself railing against the very real evils that have been unleashed in our country and around the world as a result of the actions of authoritarian leaders and their cynical disregard for anything even vaguely resembling the common good. Leaders who have legitimized and facilitated a new wave of fear and hatred, a wave of religious nationalism, xenophobia, greed, misogyny, paranoid fantasies, white supremacist violence, and a disdain for science and rational thought, a wave that has threatened to extinguish the already thin and flickering flame of freedom and democracy here and around the world. As religious liberals, we have a moral obligation to call out these evils and to take action against them. We can't just talk and complain about all the things that are wrong in our society. We also have to act, certainly by voting, by holding accountable our elected representatives, but also by organizing and advocating for change, and by speaking up and taking to the streets when necessary in solidarity with all of those who are persecuted, oppressed, and marginalized. But any movement that strives to be successful over the long run cannot simply be against something. We must stand for something. We must have a compelling vision of the world we dream about, and we must be able to articulate that vision in a compelling way. One phrase that is often used to describe what we as religious progressives are working for is the beloved community. It's a phrase that is often associated with Martin Luther King Jr., but it was originally articulated by Josiah Royce. Royce, an American philosopher who taught and wrote in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, saw the beloved community as a goal, the best of everyone working for the best for all. The beloved community was a vision of what might be and a means of measuring whether something was worth pursuing or not. As Royce wrote in 1913, every proposed reform, every moral deed is to be tested by whether and to what extent it contributes to the realization of the beloved community. When one cannot find the beloved community, one needs to take steps to create it. And if there is not evidence of the existence of such a community, then the rule to live by is to act so as to hasten its coming. Josiah Royce saw beloved community as something that was both the now and the not yet. In other words, it's something that we can realize here and now, while also accepting that fulfilling the broader vision will require work that extends beyond our own lifetimes. Royce wrote about the beloved community as something rooted in loyalty, or in his words, in the practically devoted love of an individual for a community. Martin Luther King Jr. first encountered Royce's work when he was a doctoral student at Boston University in the early 1950s. King saw beloved community as a concept grounded in agape, the love of the Christian Gospels. In King's words, agape is the love by which the individual seeks not his own good, but the good of his neighbor. Agape does not begin by discriminating between worthy and unworthy people or any qualities people possess. It begins by loving others for their sake. Agape is not a weak, passive love, King asserted. It is love in action. It is love seeking to preserve and create community. It is insistence on community even when one seeks to break it. In the final analysis, agape means a recognition of the fact that all life is interrelated. All humanity is involved in a single process. Those are the words of King from his 1958 essay, An Experiment in Love, a remarkable piece of writing in which he also said, "The aftermath of nonviolence is the creation of the beloved community, so that when the battle's over, a new relationship comes into being between the oppressed and the oppressor. The way of acquiescence," he continued, "leads to moral and spiritual suicide. The way of violence leads to bitterness in the survivors and brutality in the destroyers. But the way of nonviolence leads to redemption and the creation of the beloved community." So for King, beloved community was what would result from combining the Christian concept of agape love with the Gandhian concept of nonviolence. King's idea of nonviolence was not a passive nonviolence. It was an active, confrontative, strategic tool to be used to achieve the goal of the beloved community. It's also important to keep in mind that for King, the beloved community was not some pie-in-the-sky utopian goal that might be confused with the bucolic image of the peaceable kingdom in which lions and lambs coexist in idyllic harmony. Rather, the beloved community was for him a realistic, achievable goal that could be attained by a critical mass of people committed to and trained in the philosophy and methods of nonviolence. King believed, as Josiah Royce did, that the beloved community was both the now and the not yet. King's philosophy was a radical philosophy in that it rejected the status quo of American empire. It rejected the premise that self-interest is or ought to be our highest ideal. As I've mentioned before, the radical legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. has been sanitized and whitewashed to a great extent in recent decades. Rather than being seen as the impassioned firebrand for racial and economic justice that he was, he is often portrayed as a sort of warm, fuzzy mascot for societal change in America, someone who politely advocated for incremental change without disrupting our regularly scheduled programming. But that is not who King was. And we are dishonoring his legacy if we remember him as essentially a harmless Black man who learned to work within the white American power structure without stepping on anyone's toes or inconveniencing anyone. At the time of his death in 1968, only about 30% of Americans supported Dr. King's work, according to polls conducted at that time, in part because it was clear to the people of that era that King was, in fact, attempting to bring about radical change. And beloved community is what King put forth as an alternative to the American idols of racism, materialism, and militarism. Those three evils that King named, racism, materialism, and militarism, are still very much on display in what is happening in our country here and now. Racism is at work in the way the current administration targets Black and brown immigrants for deportation and persecution. Materialism and the endless quest for more and more personal wealth seems to be what motivates most of this administration's actions. And militarization is evident both in the way the American military is being used against American citizens, and in the way that it is once again being used for foreign imperial conquest. All of these things are signs that racism, materialism, and militarism are still thriving in America. The far-right movement of today is based on the false values of narrow self-interest, hatred, and selfishness. The Make America Great Again movement has never been about the common good or expanding democracy. It has been about the good of the few over the many and limiting participation in democracy. Trumpism and his accompanying movement represent the absolute antithesis of King's beloved community. In the words of King, there is no understanding, redeeming goodwill for all, no overflowing love operating in the human heart, no loving others for their sake. We've seen recently how bad things can get when there is no loving others for their sake. This past week, you may have seen shocking video footage of ICE agents in Minneapolis smashing windows, dragging people out of their cars, and generally doing things that have nothing to do with law or national security. But you may not have seen how the Minneapolis faith community, led in part by Unitarian Universalists, are joining efforts to keep their city safe, holding vigils, delivering groceries to people who are scared to leave their homes, and offering spiritual care to protesters shaken by what they have witnessed. Hovering over this week, of course, is the memory of Renee Nicole Good. Though the Trump administration has portrayed her as a terrorist, we've learned that the woman who was shot in her car by an ICE agent was an actual practicing, compassionate Christian committed to loving her neighbors. Amid all of the violence we have seen, here and there, we do see glimmers of light and reason to believe that other, saner, more principled voices might once again be heard. There is reason to hold on to the promise of beloved community even now. In response to the killing of Renee Nicole Good, poet and activist Amanda Gorman wrote this poem. They say she is no more, that there her absence roars, blood blown like a rose, iced wheels flinched and froze. Now bare riot of candles, dark fury of flowers, pure howling of hymns. If for us she arose, somewhere in the pitch deep of our grief crouches our power, the howl where we begin, straining upon the edge of the crooked crater of the worst of what we've been. Change is only possible and all the greater when the labor and bitter anger of our neighbors is moved by the love and better angels of our nature. What they call death and void, we know is breath and voice. In the end, gorgeously endures our enormity. You could believe departed to be the dawn when the blank night has stood so long. But our bright fled angels will never be fully gone when they are forever so fiercely good. Although Gorman does not explicitly use the language of beloved community in this poem, she is invoking it nonetheless. In an interview about the poem on NPR, Gorman was asked what power she was referring to when she wrote, "Somewhere in the pitch deep of our grief crouches our power, the howl where we begin." She responded, The power is the people, and it's always been there. And I think the movements and the protests that we're seeing right now, she said, are evidence of that when we unite around our shared values, there are some real shifts that can happen. And so the power lies in how deeply we can love each other and how fervently we show up for each other when one of us has fallen. The power lies in how deeply we can love each other and how fervently we can show up for each other when one of us has fallen. Later in the interview, asked what she meant by bitter anger being replaced by love and the better angels of our nature, Gorman replied, "For me, it's not so much to replace anger, because I think anger can actually be a really incredible mechanism for change. But it has to be paired and activated with this love and humanity towards a greater good." Gorman's vision of a community of people who love each other deeply and fervently, who show up for each other, her vision of a community activated with love and working toward a greater good. This community is the beloved community of which Josiah Royce and Martin Luther King spoke. It is the now and not yet that manifests each time we gather with our hearts open, focusing on reality, grief, and hope, working for love and justice for all. Of course, it's one thing to talk about the beloved community and another to actually live it and help bring it into being. And it remains up to all of us to be vigilant and engaged to ensure that the values of beloved community are acted upon by all, including our leaders. So there are reasons today to be discouraged, and there are reasons to find hope. The old spiritual, "There is a balm in Gilead," was a particular favorite of Martin Luther King's. The lyrics are taken from a lament in the book of Jeremiah that reads as follows: "My joy is gone, grief is upon me, my heart is sick. Hark the cry of my poor people from far and wide in the land. For the hurt of my poor people I am hurt. I mourn, and dismay has taken hold of me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is no physician there? Why then has the health of my poor people not been restored? Oh, that my head were a spring of water and my eyes a fountain of tears, so that I might weep day and night for the slain of my people." King ended a speech in Chicago in 1967 with these words: "Centuries ago, Jeremiah raised a question, is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? He raised it because he saw the good people suffering so often and the evil people prospering. Centuries later," King said, "our enslaved foreparents came along and they too saw the injustices of life and had nothing to look forward to morning after morning but the rawhide whip of the overseer and long rows of cotton in the sizzling heat. But," King said, "they did an amazing thing. They looked back across the centuries and they took Jeremiah's question mark and straightened it into an exclamation point. And they could sing, 'There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Although King certainly sympathized with Unitarian Universalist, he was himself a Baptist through and through, and his theology differed from that of many of us. However, his vision of the healing power of the beloved community is one that resonates strongly with us and with many other religious progressives. As we commemorate Martin Luther King Day, I hope and pray that we will recommit ourselves to bringing into being the beloved community in which love defeats fear and hatred, and justice rolls down like a mighty stream, redeeming, restoring, and healing all in its wake. May it be so. Amen.
Please rise again in body or in spirit to join in singing our closing hymn, I'm on my way. It's a call and response, and Rev Jim's going to be doing the call, and we shall respond. And is there a tambourine in the audience? Yeah, okay, I thought so. Let's keep the tambourine on the responses. Yeah.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way
to the freedom land.
to the freedom land.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way
to the freedom land.
to the freedom land.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way
to the freedom land.
to the freedom land.
I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. I asked my friend,
I asked my friend,
come and go with me.
come and go with me.
I asked my friend,
I asked my friend,
come and go with me.
come and go with me.
I asked my friend,
I asked my friend,
come and go with me.
come and go with me.
I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. If they say no,
If they say no,
I'll go anyhow.
I'll go anyhow.
If they say no,
If they say no,
I'll go anyhow.
I'll go anyhow.
If they say no,
If they say no,
I'll go anyhow.
I'll go anyhow.
I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. If you won't go,
If you won't go,
let your children go.
let your children go.
If you won't go,
If you won't go,
let your children go.
let your children go.
If you won't go,
If you won't go,
let your children go.
let your children go.
I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. Last time, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way,
And I won't turn back.
and I won't turn back.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way,
And I won't turn back.
and I won't turn back.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way,
And I won't turn back.
and I won't turn back. I'm on my way, great God. I'm on my way. Thank you. Please be seated.
Our Share the Plate beneficiary for the month of January is the local advocacy and support group Trans Uniting. Established in 2015, Trans Uniting creates an environment where Black transgender women and other transgender individuals can thrive. Their comprehensive approach includes initiatives such as housing, workforce development, advocacy, and mutual aid. You can make a gift online on our website or by text at 412-324-3130. We'll be passing our offering baskets for cash and checks in just a moment. If you're writing a check, please make it out to UUCSH and put "share the plate" in the memo line. Thank you. Please join me in saying the words to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
These closing words by Andrea Hawkins Camper paraphrase some of the words of the ancient Jewish sage Hillel the Elder. May we see all as it is, and may it all be as we see it. May we be the ones to make it as it should be, for if not us, who? If not now, when? This is answering the cry of justice with the work of peace. This is redeeming the pain of history with the grace of wisdom. This is the work we are called to do, and this is the call we answer now. To be the barrier and the bridge, to be the living embodiment of our principles and values, to be about the work of building the beloved community, to be a people of intention and a people of conscience. Go in peace.